to Williams resolve, they're looking towards their main stars. Seiko and Archie are statistically some of the best players in the league. And Casio, he wants to tell me to shut up and talk about him.
I don't know, I think you can still be somewhat right about this, because look at the crunching challenge from Archie. Casio could not be better set up for it, and when you know you've got the shooting prowess tempo, and now they might even go on to score, so it's cleared away.
Good defensive showing until they start tripping over each other's shoelaces. Seiko, that bottom right corner is his though, as the ball squeaks its way past into a terrifying position from Metzer's lovely read and pinch central at perfect speed.
Dave couldn't find his way past. Metzer looks for the setup. Not the best play from Archie. That invites Seiko back in. He beats two. He puts it on net.
Oh!
It's the double tap to make it 2-1.
Oh, Seiko, that is remarkable. Beating two to the ball from the ceiling and then delicately to the crossbar. Archie thought that was in.
You wanted to know why he was one of the talismans of the European region. He has shown exactly why. Seiko has barraged his way through to this victory.
Brilliant.
And Endpoint have got game one.
Lovely game management as well from Endpoint. Not trying to rush it too much, not trying to extend Metzer's. I feel like Metzer's mechanics, and I'm still going to include recoveries in with mechanics, even though they are off ball. They are something that's impressed me immensely. Along with the teamwork from SMPR, we're looking at a good few changes coming in from both of these teams. Mechanics on one side and team play on the other.
Yeah, this is just out and out the duel.
That play was that although Seiko sent it high and awkward, nobody from SMPR bothered to continue with that ball. And then you see the teamwork at the other end. Metzer tries to catch for the flip reset, isn't able to do so successfully, but slows the ball down enough to hand it off to Wave.
Yeah, Casio's got no chance of making the right decision.
Casio, though, pre-jumping, doesn't respect it. Seiko up the solo flip reset, air dribble. Nobody there to receive until Metanoras is there to finish the game.
Well, Archie got attempts, but Seiko only needed the one. Sets up Metzer, and that is 2-1, another victory for Endpoint. And they are looking towards a very hard-earned sweep at the moment here, Stumpy.
All night. I'm down with it. Question is, are you?
I'm for another 2-1 overtime.
Mate, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of Rocket League.
Oh, Seiko, you gotta stop this! Seiko's tearing them apart, Stumpy!
Look at these challenges just to stop the ball. Fakes out one, the short set has to then jump like a numpty. 50s it over perfectly to Metzer, doing what Archie was doing earlier in this. Talk to me in chat of what's going on with Queso Vitality, because I need the armchair opinions.
Oh, past to Seiko, there's the shot, there's the goal! Well,
nah, GG.
Seiko's having himself quite the series, but look at this for a pass. He could have asked for any better.
Do you want to know a cool stat?
I'm up for a stat.
Seiko is on slowing it down, knowing they don't need to overextend and push and be silly. It is on SMPR to show them what they've got. And if that continues, Endpoint, you can't be sitting about the whole time.
Well, all three of these goals have been Casio and Archie, an infield pass and a shot on net. That has been all of them so far.
Being top 4 in the world is not the position you want to be in, especially, realistically, right before they have the chance to go to LA. But Relating Wave grabs his bag of nails and starts hammering that coffin.
Yeah, this is not the play out from Archie, just right into the waiting third man. Though did not really have that much support in the net, just so desperate to get their own side of the field. Good news as well for both these teams. Williams Resolve and Na'Vi, they're over in game 5. This could be exactly the result that they require. And wait a minute.
Okay.
Well, Endpoint, this is becoming a bit worrisome now. Because it's another play from wide into the middle that they aren't meeting.
It down, like Metzer just holding it. Brilliant stuff. Seiko moving in too. Goes to 50 versus short set. Outplays him so consistently. And Metanoras with the fourth.
Well, I think we now know who you don't want to try and face on these counterattacks. Seiko has torn them apart.
Archie, statistically, is the best player in Europe during this season. It's insane how well he's done. And Seiko, although he is a close second, third, whatever it ends up being, depending on the stat, he has proven that sometimes that doesn't matter. The #1 spot in this series goes to Endpoint, and that also has implications.